You want to know what's crazy? I'll tell you what's crazy. David Letterman being extorted for $2 million. That's crazy.
I know that you do some terrible, terrible things.
So I'm like you. I'm crawling to bed on Thursday night. I turn on CBS and there's Letterman up there and he's giving me that face and that awkward look. And something's different though. The audience is giving me that nervous laughter, that nervous giggle, that nervous clap, and he starts going into this diatribe.
And I can prove that you do these terrible things.
Letterman talks about getting into his car and finding a package. He finds a letter inside the package, and it begins talking about some of the creepy things he's done.
The creepy stuff was that I have had sex with women who work for me on this show. Now, my response to that is, yes, I have. Had sex with women who work on this show.
Letterman's too big a celebrity for something like this not to get out, and it's probably going to get out the next day. So he says, you know what? I've got this studio audience. I've got this TV show. I got 5 or 6 million people. I'm just going to reveal the details of this case right now. So he gets on television and he starts talking about the creepy things that he's done. Well, he admits that he's had sex with coworkers. He admits that he's had sex with women who worked for him.
And would it be embarrassing if it were made public? Perhaps it would. Perhaps it would, especially for the women.
But you can tell he's not laughing. He's very upset about this. At times I thought Letterman was going to break down. He was actually trembling while he was at his desk.
Certainly protect my family. I need to protect myself. Hope to protect my job.
How embarrassing for David Letterman to have to go on TV and basically say that he had an affair with people that worked for him.
And I can prove that you do these terrible things.
How's this going to affect his comedy routine? Is he going to make as much fun of politicians like he always did with Bill Clinton?
This would be far worse if he were a preacher or a politician. So I think that there is an extraordinarily close, likable relationship between David and his audience. I think he should be fine.
I think like a lot of you folks, I was watching this going, where are the jokes? I came here for the jokes. You know, I'm laying in bed, I'm staring at the ceiling, I'm wondering about my night, and I'm going, where are the jokes? There are no jokes. Suddenly, this guy's revealing his entire life to us and how it's just suddenly going down the toilet, and he's basically having to get out in front of this thing and admit things that nobody wants to admit in front of millions and millions of people. But he's doing it because, you know, the very next day, bam, this thing's going to be all over the tabloids, and it's all over morning TV.
It was very important for him to get on offense, because nothing in this world is private any longer.
He says, I got to get in front of this tidal wave of bad, and he basically tells us the story from his point of view. It's unfiltered from his point of view. There's no questions asked, so he doesn't have to look bad. He basically tells the story with a few jokes. It's basically told from his point of view, where he is basically the victim. He acknowledges and admits things that nobody would want to admit on national TV.
Would it be embarrassing if it were made public? Perhaps it would.
He's caught between a rock and a hard place.